"Relax, it's just water," she giggled, raising a neon-colored toy water gun and pulling the trigger. A sharp stream of water shot forward, arcing through the morning air and hitting squarely on the chest of the silent tomb guard standing at attention. Laughter erupted from a small group of tourists nearby, some amused, some awkwardly filming, unsure if they were witnessing a prank or a mistake. But the woman, with her white fitted shirt and oversized sunglasses, didn't hesitate. Her smirk grew wider, proud of her moment. She had no idea what she had just done. The soldier didn't move, not even a blink. He stood in full ceremonial uniform, dark blue and gold, rifle at his shoulder, gaze locked forward like he'd trained his whole life for this single moment. Because he had. And she had just disrespected all of it with a plastic toy and a smug laugh. Behind him, etched in white stone, stood the tomb of the unknown soldier, eternal flame nearby. Silence so thick you could hear every breath from the stunned onlookers. But she didn't care, or maybe she didn't understand. She was a tourist, a visitor, just passing through. Then his voice rang out, not loud but sharp, controlled and unshakable. "Mom, step away from the tomb." The laughter died, every head turned, the tension shattered the air like glass. She lowered the toy gun slightly, confused, still thinking it was all a joke. "Wait, what? It's just water," she said, waving her hand like it was no big deal. The crowd didn't respond. No one laughed now. She was alone in the spotlight she created, and the heat of embarrassment was finally catching up to her. The guard didn't break stance. "You are disrespecting this post. Step back immediately." Only then did she begin to notice where she was, the marble platform beneath her feet. The rope barrier she had casually stepped over, the rows of signs around the site that clearly warned visitors not to cross the line. Her smirk faded, her body stiffened. She turned and saw the faces of those watching, not amused, not impressed, but horrified. Parents clutching their children's hands tighter. Veterans staring at her with disbelief. One elderly man, hand over his heart, silently shaking his head. Then came the second guard. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw him emerge from the shadows, marching in perfect step, polished shoes tapping like clockwork. He stopped beside the first guard and turned his full attention to her. Calm, measured, devastating. "Ma'am, this is hallowed ground. You have desecrated a place of honor. You need to leave." I didn't mean to," she stammered, finally realizing the weight of what she'd done. "I didn't know it was that serious." His reply was immediate. "You were told, and there are signs. But you ignored them." For the first time, she looked directly at the tomb. The words carved into it. The symbolic rifle in the guard's hand. The names around it. The silence that wrapped around the space like a protective shield. And suddenly, the water gun in her hand didn't feel like a joke anymore. It felt like a weapon. She dropped it. It clattered to the ground, forgotten. Her arms fell to her sides, helpless. All the fake confidence had drained from her face. One of the guards stepped forward. "You don't understand what this place represents. These soldiers we guard, they never came home. They never had a name. This tomb is not just a stone. It's a promise that we will never forget." Not even one. Her eyes filled. "I didn't know." He looked her in the eyes for a brief moment. "Now you do." She nodded once, lips pressed tight, unable to speak. Security arrived soon after, not aggressive, just efficient. They spoke with her quietly, took her name. There was no arrest, no shouting, just the long walk of shame as she was escorted away, the crowd parting like a silent wave. The toy gun still lay on the ground. No one dared touch it. And the guards, they returned to position like nothing happened. Back straight, eyes forward, rifle steady, because their duty didn't change for tourists. Or interruptions, or disrespect. That evening, the video hit the internet. Someone had filmed the entire exchange, from the moment she sprayed him to the second she was escorted away. Within hours, it was everywhere. Millions of views, thousands of comments. The image of the stoic guard, soaked but unmoved, burned into people's minds. She thought it was a joke, but the guard never blinked. Most disciplined response I've ever seen. This is why some places are sacred. I cried watching this. My brother is buried there. The woman didn't issue a statement, no apology, no post, nothing. Maybe out of shame, maybe out of realization. But the world had already drawn its conclusion. She wasn't just disrespectful. She had broken a silent code, one built on blood, sacrifice, and honor. And the soldier? He kept standing. Not because he had to, but because someone had to. Some places are not for selfies. Some people wear their silence like armor. And some traditions exist to remind us that freedom wasn't free. It was paid for, one nameless hero at a time. Don't ever confuse a moment of silence with weakness. That silence is earned. That silence is sacred. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know. The next one might just change your life.